In this question, we're going to compute the following statistics and the population standard deviation, which is a parameter. So I have a set of data that represents the scores on a certain quiz that is graded out of 10. And I want to find the mean. I want to find the sample standard deviation because this is just a sample of my students. And then I want to compute the variance. And then I want to see how to compute the population standard deviation. So to compute the mean, you're going to use the function average. Select your data. To compute the sample standard deviation, stdev.s. This is the function that you're going to use. Double click on it and then select your data. Then you're going to compute the variance. The variance is the function var.s. Because this is a sample, I'm going to use the function var.s. If it's a population, I will use var.p. And then select my data, click enter. Now I realize that this is actually all of my students. So it's actually the population. So I'm going to compute the population standard deviation. So to do that, you're going to say stdev.p. So this function right here, and then you're going to select your data. You will notice that the standard deviation is different for the sample than it is for the population. So those two are not going to be the same, and they will give you different answers. And usually the population standard deviation is going to be smaller than the sample standard deviation, slightly smaller than the standard deviation for the sample. I want to round these numbers into 2 decimal places, so I'm just going to select everything that I want to round, which is all of these numbers. And then you go to the Home tab. Show you here. So you're going to go to the Home tab. From the Home tab, you will see that you have this section that says number. You're going to click here. You will see this function that decreases decimals. So you're going to click on it until you have 2 decimal places. And this is how you're going to round these numbers to the decimal places using Excel.